Hi, everyone, and welcome. We'll just give you a moment here to enter into the space, but it's so wonderful that you're joining us for this moment of connection. All right, I think everyone is in the room. So, welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Stephanie Wagner, and I'm with Humin, formerly Healthy Minds Innovations, and we are honored to have you all here today for this worldwide moment of connection. We're just so grateful that you're here with us today. So, before we begin, we'd love to know who's in the room. So, if you could please drop in the chat where you are from, we'd love to just get a sense of this global community here that's with us today. And I'll just give it one moment. I can see the chat is blowing up here. Wow. Hawaii, Mexico City, Argentina, Germany, Canada, Slovenia, England. Wow. This just warms my heart to see everyone here. Thank you so much. You can keep the chat going here. So, we are bringing this moment to you today on our 12-year anniversary at Humin because we all need connection. And when we look around the world, we see so much suffering and it can feel really easy to feel anxious, stuck, or helpless. Like, what can one person, one practice, or one organization really do? And some of us might be asking the question, is it okay to focus on my own well-being when there is so much need out there? And I want to acknowledge that feeling because I know many of us feel that way right now. But here's what we know. We are connected. The more we practice the skills of well-being and flourishing, especially connection, the more capacity we have to show up with calm, care, and balance for the people and communities who need us most. So I'm truly delighted that we get to practice together today as this global community and that we have Richie here to guide us. So, Dr. Richard Davidson is a renowned neuroscientist, founder of Humin and the Center for Healthy Minds, whose life's work is at the very foundation of everything that we do. So, with that, I'd like to turn it over to you, Richie, for this special global moment of connection.
Thank you so much, dear Stephanie. And it's really an honor to be here with people from all over the world. It just really is so nourishing to see all the people who are joining and who are taking some moments from their day or evening. And we're here to really celebrate connection. And as Stephanie mentioned, connection is really so deeply part of who we are. Human beings are social creatures, and we really are nourished by, sustained by, and depend upon connection. And one of the taglines of our new book that Cortland Dahl and I wrote called Born to Flourish is that cultivating the skills of flourishing, of which connection is one primary skill, that cultivating these skills is easier than we think. And so, what we'll do today is really tap into this quality of connection that doesn't take much to recognize because it is part of our nature. And so, when we tap into connection, we are recognizing our true nature as beings that are socially connected. And we also, before we do the practice together, it's helpful to just have a little reminder that the opposite of connection, social isolation and loneliness, is really devastating. And it really doesn't take much to nourish these skills of connection. So, with that as a kind of introduction, Let's begin by taking a moment and shifting from a mode that we not may, but we typically inhabit most of the time, a mode of doing, into a mode of simply being. And we can close our eyes if that's comfortable, since we're all in front of a screen. Um, or you can softly gaze if you prefer to keep your eyes open. Either one is fine. And let's simply begin by bringing our awareness into our bodies and into this moment. And one important reflection that we almost always do with any period of practice, however short it is, at the very beginning, is to simply remind ourselves that cultivating these qualities of flourishing, like connection, are beneficial not only for ourselves, but when we are connected, we actually benefit those with whom we're connected. Flourishing is contagious. So let's spend just a few moments reflecting on how connecting to this quality of connection, tapping into this quality, is beneficial not only for ourselves, but for all the other beings that we touch directly or indirectly. And now, with this as a kind of backdrop, let's bring into our mind and our heart someone who introduced us to this path, however we may define this path, the path of cultivating well-being, the path of meditation, the path of flourishing. So let's bring into our mind and our heart a person who is influential in our lives in introducing us to this path. It may have been a dear friend, it may be a family member, a loved one, it may have been someone we connected to serendipitously. Let's bring this person into our mind and our heart. And let's see if we can sense this appreciation for the doors that they may have opened. And as we taste this warm-hearted quality of appreciation, let's bring into our mind and our heart another person. It could be a family member, a loved one, but another person who's been helpful to us recently in whatever way. even in the most mundane of ways. And again, let's see if we can find this place of warm-heartedness, of appreciation, of gratitude for this person being generous, being helpful, being kind. And as we begin to reflect on this, let's see if we can identify the many other moments that fill our daily lives with these acts of kindness and of generosity, however small and insignificant they may feel in the moment. But the sum total of these small moments, these small acts of kindness, really can be quite significant if we are present for them, if we recognize them. And so, one of the things that we always do when we practice, even if it's a really short period of practice like it is today, we sandwich the practice. So, at the beginning, we formed an intention that practicing in this way may be beneficial not only to ourselves, but to all the others we connect with. And at the end of the practice, we reflect on how whatever insights we may have gleaned, whatever benefit we may have derived from our short time together today, that we dedicate this benefit to the welfare of others, to the welfare of all beings. And so let's spend a few moments reflecting on how connecting with these qualities of warm-heartedness, of appreciation, of kindness, of gratitude, connecting to these qualities can be of benefit when we bring them out into the world and infuse all of our interactions with these qualities. So let's spend a few moments reflecting on this. And let's now slowly open our eyes and we can come back. And I will now turn it back to Stephanie. Thank you.
Thank you for that beautiful practice, Richie. And thank you, everyone, for joining us for this global moment of connection today. If you'd like to share this practice or if you'd like to experience it and do it again, you can find it on our website, humin.org. Under the events portion of our website or on our social media pages at Join Human. So, with that said, thank you so much. If you want to share something in the chat about how you're feeling after doing this practice today, being a part of this global community, we would love for you to share.
And